Prabhupada Chaitanya-Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya-Chandraya Namo Namaste Chaitanya-Chandraya Namo Namaste Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Shri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Dvaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So yesterday we saw the six ways of surrender, and then we were reading here. The Lord then explained to Sri Sanatan Goswami the various types and symptoms of practical devotional service. Practical devotional service means so this is sadhana bhakti. When devotional service is performed with our present senses, it is called practical devotional service. Our present senses are of this material world. So material senses, when we use our material senses in doing devotional service, that is practical devotional service. Where or it is we are doing sadhana. It is like a sadhana. It is not spontaneous. So it's a practical devotional service. Actually, devotional service is the eternal life of the living entity and is lying dormant in everyone's heart. In all the living beings, there is uh, this um, the seed of devotional service. It is already lying, but it is lying dormant in everyone's heart. Unless somebody meets a pure devotee, or unless somebody receives the mercy of a pure devotee, this seed of this dormant, uh, which is lying dormant in everyone's heart, doesn't awaken. It awakens only when somebody comes in contact with a pure devotee, with a or gets the mercy of a pure devotee. That's when it becomes awakened. That's when somebody engages one's senses in devotional service. The practice which invokes that dormant devotional service is called practical devotional service. The purport is that the living entity is constitutionally part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The what is the meaning of this part and parcel? We are part of Krishna, but the Mayavadis or the impersonalists, they think that we will merge into Krishna. That is the wrong concept. Although we are part of Krishna, but we are parcel. That means we are separated. We are separated Jivatmas. So we are part of Krishna, but we are also parcel. We are not attached. Like in our body, the parts are attached to our body. But when it gets cut out, if the finger is cut, then it becomes separated from the part of our body. But still, we will know that that finger was part of my body. This is a material example, so therefore it cannot be directly linked with this, but for an understanding that we are like that, we are part of Krishna, but because of our envy, because we wanted to enjoy independently, therefore we are now separated from Krishna. So we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The Lord can be compared to the sun, but that does not mean that when we become spiritualized, we will become again a full part of Krishna. We will still remain the parcel, because in the spiritual world we are part and parcel, but we are in the spirit, we are spiritualized, and therefore we are not trying to enjoy independently, but we are engaged in the enjoyment of the senses of Krishna. But here we are part and parcel, but we are suffering because we have separated, we have disconnected from the main body. Therefore, we are suffering here. So constitutionally, our position is that we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. The Lord can be compared to the sun, and the living entities can be compared to the molecules of sunshine. Under the spell of the illusory energy, the spiritual spark is almost extinguished. But by practical devotional service, one can revive his natural constitutional position. Please excuse me. So, what is being said is that we are part and parcel of Krishna, but because we are now uh, because of the impact of the illusory energy, we have lost, or that the spiritual spark that is there in us is extinguished. It is lying in a dormant form for most people. But when somebody comes in contact with the devotees, what happens is that that spark is again ignited, and therefore we start engaging ourselves in devotional service. And because we are using our material senses in this, therefore it is called practical devotional service. And through this process, we will be able to revive our natural constitutional position, which is our spiritual identity. When one practices such devotional service, it should be understood that he is returning to his original and normal liberated position. Right now, we may think that we are independent and we can do whatever we want, but actually, we have to dance according to the laws of nature. Just because whatever we are doing, the result we are saying, okay, the result, we wanted this and this happened, does not mean it is happening because we did it. It is happening because Krishna approved it. So if Krishna does not approve something, no matter how much hands and legs and your entire body you put here and there, running pillar to post, if Krishna doesn't approve it, it will not happen. So we should understand that right now we are fully dependent and we are under the control of the laws of nature. As long as we do not completely surrender to Krishna and take to this devotional service, we will not be liberated, we will not become independent. But once somebody completely surrenders to Krishna, Krishna sees that now his original senses have come back. Till now this person was moving like a madman. A madman does not know his identity, forgets his identity. Have you all seen a madman roaming on the streets, wearing nothing? They do not know what their name is, who their family is, what their yesterday I was seeing a news. Suddenly it came up that a very brilliant student, a topper from this Calcutta Medical College, and he was a very reputed surgeon, cardiac surgeon. And then suddenly he lost his memory, and now he's roaming in the streets, and he's a madman. He whatever he gets, he wears. He doesn't bathe. He doesn't have a proper room to stay. But if anybody comes and tells him that I have this problem, he's a mad person. Everybody smiles and mocks at him. But if somebody tells him that I have this health issue, immediately he will prescribe the medicines, although he doesn't even know his name, but he will start prescribing the medicines. This is the condition of a madman. We are like that. We have forgotten our original identity, that we are supposed to be with the Supreme Lord, serving there and eternally blissful, but we have come here to enjoy independently, and now we are completely stuck up. We do not know how to get liberated. Some people, they don't even understand the importance of getting liberated. They are happy, they are so called happy in whatever situation they are. That is the condition of the madman. So practical devotional, so it should be understood that when we engage into this devotional service, we will return to our original and normal liberated position. That is when we will actually become fully independent, because when we come back to our senses, Krishna knows that now this person is fully in his actual senses and will never go wrong. Then Krishna gives full independence to that devotee. That is a pure devotee. Practical devotional service can be performed with one's senses under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master. Very important. Again and again, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying this. Again and again, Mahaprabhu is saying this, that practical devotional service should be performed with one's senses in the direction, under the direction of a bona fide spiritual master, not as per one's own whimsical thoughts and ideas. One begins spiritual activities for advancement in devotional service or in Krishna consciousness by hearing, Shravanam. So the first step is Shravanam. After Shravanam comes Kirtanam. So there are like this stages. So the spiritual activities for advancement in devotional service or Krishna consciousness starts by hearing. So when somebody hears Krishna Katha, accidentally, some Krishna Katha, something comes, or some devotee randomly speaks, okay, about, this is Krishna, or some pastime of Krishna, or something related to Krishna, or maybe nothing, doesn't say much, but says, okay, taste this prasad. Okay, and when somebody tastes prasad, that is Krishna. So then they are interested. Oh wow, this is so tasty. How did you make it? So it starts by hearing, uh, Shravanam. Indeed, hearing is the most important method for advancement in Krishna consciousness. So if we are not doing Shravanam from bona fide person, from the bona fide person in my line of disciplic succession, then our progress in Krishna consciousness will get stuck at that place. So, hearing is the most important method, and it is compulsory every day for advancement in Krishna consciousness. And one should be very eager to hear favorably about Krishna, not unfavorably like Kamsa. Giving up all speculation and fruitive activity, one should simply worship Krishna and desire to attain Krishna Prem, love of God. That love of God is eternally existing within everyone. It simply has to be evoked by the process of Shravanam, hearing. So it is already there in our hearts, but when we hear from bona fide authorities, then that love for God will awaken in our hearts, which will be evoked by the process of hearing. Hearing and chanting, Shravanam, Kirtanam, are the principal methods of devotional service. Shravanam and Kirtanam, these two. Kirtanam means one is Sankirtan, the other is the personal Kirtanam, that is personal chanting. So one is, we should do our own chanting very attentively and very carefully with love. It should not be mechanical that, oh, I have to finish my rounds. Whatever rounds we are doing, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram. Because that is more than chanting. That is, I don't know what. Even Krishna will not understand. अरे हु किसका नाम ले रहे हो, तो मुझे बुला रहे हो कि पता नहीं किसको बुला रहे हो. In the end, at the time of death, if we chant like then some snake will come to take us. Oh, you called your entire life, now I have come to take us. Come with us in our planet. So in some snake, in some patal lok, we will have to go. So we should chant with love, not mechanically just because we have to complete our rounds, but because this is the priority. Everything else is because we are foolish now. We are stuck in this conditioned life. And so that Krishna, I can please you and I can do everything keeping you in the center. Therefore, this chanting, so that I can remember this. This chanting is the key to everything. Srila Prabhupada says that I have created this entire institution, Mahaprabhu's mission, everything has worked out simply by chanting. Srila Prabhupada had nothing. He knew no one, not at all. I mean, zero, scratch. He just went, sat under the tree in Tompkins Park Square, and there he started singing. He just took his kartal because obviously he cannot carry all this mridangam and everything from here. So he had nothing actually. He just took his kartal, sat under the tree, and closed his eyes and intensely started singing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And everybody surrounded him. It's there. Even now, it's there. The video is there. The newspapers of those times, everything is there. People came and joined him. They became crazy. They became ecstatic. They started dancing to that tune just with the kartal. That is the power of Harinam, and that is the power of a pure devotee. So we should chant as much as possible with purity, with attention, with love. we are not at that level, but if we don't even try, if we don't put that effort, then we will never be there. So effort and intention is important. So hearing and chanting, these are the two principal methods of devotional service. So Krishna willing, will continue reading tomorrow. Thank you very much. You are very wonderful association. I'll just keep a marking here so that I don't forget. हे कृष्ण वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय। जगत गुरु श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री श्रीमद श्रीला जय पताका स्वामी गुरु महाराज की जय। श्रीला कृष्णदास कविराज गोस्वामी महाराज की जय। निताई गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि
हरि हरि बोल।
हरि बोल। थैंक यू।
हरि बोल।
हरि
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 हरि बोल।